should have been there. You should have been there. The closer I got to him, the harder my heart was beating. Everything became a blur, and before I knew it, I was there, at his feet. I knelt down, and I was suddenly overcome by his beauty and his spirit. I felt like I was in the presence of my tears had streaked his dusty feet. Dusty feet. Can you believe it? Jesus was the guest of honor. He had been walking for miles that day, yet no one cared enough to wash his feet. Anyways, despite my attempts to control myself, my tears flowed uncontrollably. Quite unprepared, I had to use my hair to dry his feet. I had planned to give Jesus an alabaster jar of perfume. You might wonder how someone like me would get something so expensive. Let's just say it was a gift. I get lots of gifts. But kneeling there at his feet, I suddenly wanted to give him more. So without giving it a second thought, I poured it all over his feet. Everyone there had their own reasons for why what I had done was so inappropriate. One who traveled with Jesus was quite critical. He felt it necessary to point out that there were 1,000 good uses for that perfume, including selling it to help the poor. He's right, I guess. But I just couldn't help myself. To make it worse, the host himself not only pointed out that I didn't belong there, he felt it necessary to tell Jesus. Why did he have to tell Jesus who, what I am? The roar of the crowd intensified, and their accusations flew at me like fiery arrows. She is not worthy to wash your feet, Master. That scent is profit from her sinful lifestyle. She lavishes you with that only to catch you in her snare. What happened next was nothing less than extraordinary. He considered me his friend. Jesus did not condemn me nor cast me from his presence. Instead, he told a story of debt and forgiven. And then he spoke up for me. No man has ever spoken up for me. His next words were the sweetest I had ever heard. Therefore I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, for she loved much. And then he looked at me. His look was not a look of disdain, disappointment, or pity. None of the usual looks directed my way. It was like nothing I had ever seen before. That's how I knew my sins, but love. He bid me go in peace, which I did without hesitation. Yet now all I can think about is returning. They say he's the Messiah. I don't know about that. About a savior for Israel. But I do know that he saves me and he loves me. And I am his treasure.